Hi, thanks for joining me for an extra practice session. In this practice session, we will focus on learning our rhythms and notes to Happy Birthday. We'll want to first start out by making sure that we can clap and count this piece. One thing that you'll notice by looking at the rhythm is that this Happy Birthday version is not as fancy as you might be used to hearing. So we'll really want to make sure that we're reading the exact rhythm. Our first two notes are 2/8 notes, and we'll want to make sure that we play them as even eighth notes and not making them fancier rhythm that's notated as a dotted 8th, 16th, which we will learn later on in the year. So let's go ahead and start clapping and counting. I want to assume the clapping position. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 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 2 and 3 and... That's how we clap and count Happy Birthday. All right, now that we have practiced clapping and counting Happy Birthday, I'm going to add the lyrics to the song so that we can really internalize the straight eighth notes when we say happy. All right, so we'll assume the clapping position. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear you. Happy birthday to you. All right, thank you so much for listening to my version of Happy Birthday. You may have noticed into the third to the last note that we have what we call a fermata. And the fermata means hold the note out longer than it's supposed to be held out, and the performer or conductor gets to choose how long they hold that note out. So when you perform this for your test, you can hold that note out for as long as you want for dramatic effect. All right, now that we have clapped and counted and then also sang along to Happy Birthday, we're ready to take it to the next step and add our instrument. I always suggest students, before we go ahead and get playing, it's a good idea to finger click or to air play along with, just to make sure that our fingers and tongue are lining up. And then once we've had a chance to practice air playing or finger clicking along with the video, then we can add in playing on top of it once we feel that we're ready for that next step. All right, so I've got my metronome here. My metronome is set for 3/4 time, which is the time signature we're in here. And we're clicking at 64 clicks per minute, or 64 beats per minute. One. You may have noticed that I chose not to hold the fermata out very long. I did that because we were practicing with the metronome. So when you do your metronome practice, it might be a good idea to practice in time when you have your metronome, and then when it's time for the performance and you're not using the metronome, you can really hold that fermata out for dramatic effect as long as you want. At this time, it might be a great idea to stop the video and rewind and either airplay, finger click, or play along with me again. Thank you.